somewhere I heard and I read that there was an occasion where a young man lived on earth once, called himself the Son of God, with a message, and he ended up going to the cross. And they said that he said, "Father, why hast thou forsaken me?" And people interpret that whole bunch of things. But as I wake up this morning, and I can't stop crying. I've been crying since 3:30. And I'm asking, Father, why hast thou forsaken me? Now, why do I say that? I say that because I was given divinely a message that says that we as human beings were made to live on this earth as though we were in heaven, to live in peace, to be prosperous, to live free, to live joyous, to have our dreams met. And that in order to do that, to have these things, that if everybody who would benefit from this participated in the process, then that means that everybody would be happy because they would be doing what they want to do, and they would have from that everything that they need: food, clothing, shelter, transportation, education, health care, you name it. And that was a message that I was supposed to give people, to tell people that everything belonged to God. Nothing belonged to any of us except that which is made by the hands of man for the purpose of mankind. And that wasn't to be bought or sold, but it's a gift from God through us to us. Nobody bought that message. I've been doing it for 40 years, and out of those 40 years, I probably had an income, maybe 3 or 4, an income that was minimum wage. And then I quit because I wanted to commit my whole time, my whole life to this. And while I don't have access to certain stuff, I'm feeling the pain of the people that I'm speaking for. And I've been feeling that pain for a long time, ladies and gentlemen, because nothing has gotten better for them or me. So I find myself really disturbed because, there are things that's needed. People need to eat. Houses need to be repaired. Cars need to be fixed. All kinds of things need to happen without going into debt, without borrowing. You have told me that that was the role of evil, that it was a con game. And I've been telling the people it was a con game, and nobody's bought it. Nobody's believed that as far as their action goes. But I'm sitting here, my wife works up all the time. I mean, she does the best she can to try to work the way the system works just so we can survive. And I'm out here trying to change the system. And in the process, my house is falling down. My cars can't get repaired because, hey, yes, you might say, well, if you were working, you could probably do something. Yes, if I was working, I could probably do something. But what about those who can't work? What about those who are working, making minimum wage? What about those who are just left out? What about those who are second-class citizens? What about those that live across the railroad track? Somebody's supposed to care about them. We just can't walk around and say, I got mine. Well, that's what I was taught. And now I'm almost trying to ask, I want to ask my wife if it's okay if I try to see if I can get something set up, a GoFundMe page, so I can ask the people to help me in the areas that I've fallen short in. And something say, well, why don't you stop talking? Go out there and try to take care of yourself. I can't do that. I can't do that because I was asked by God to share with you that all of the struggles that you're going through is not on God. It's by you trying to do things man's way and not God's way. And hopefully you left a little door open that if my wife says okay, that I can ask you to help me fix my house up and take care of some of these expenses I got. I'll do it. If she says no, then I won't. But God, all I can say is, I don't blame this on you. I just know what a struggle you got. You got one heck of a struggle, God. I can tell. But yeah, I'm not gonna give up. I was thinking about my friend. We're about the same age. He passed 2 days ago. Well, yeah, he passed several days ago. And he's a preacher. Not like me. He preaches the gospel from the Bible. I don't preach from the Bible. I might refer to the Bible sometimes, but I preach from the Spirit. And I wake up this morning, I'm thinking about his life was a little bit easier than mine, I think, because he made money. But I'm thinking about today that he don't have to wake up to wondering what Trump and Trump's people are trying to do to overthrow this government. He don't even have to wake up thinking about the problem between white people and black people. He don't have to wake up thinking about any of that stuff. It's all over for him. It seems like the best thing that could ever happen to anybody in this country is to have it all over. Have it fixed or have it all over. Have it fixed or have it all over. You see, the bottom line is, in order to have heavenliness on earth, got to be justice. And it doesn't. When it doesn't exist, that's because there's no justice. And anything that's in between, it happens because of a lack of justice. And I know people don't understand that. They haven't been taught that. So things are going to continue probably as they have been for quite some time. And the reason that I make this post, ladies and gentlemen, is just to share with you the struggles that some of us go through. You know, most preachers got a job working for the devil, just like everybody else. And when I say working for the devil, what do I mean? People work, they eat, they get their houses paid in. All these things happen. So how can I call that working for the devil? The reason that I call that working for the devil, ladies and gentlemen, is because it's a con. It's a con. Whatever you do, it got to work for somebody to appear to have some let's go forward. Let's go, some support. But yes, how many people that doesn't work for? How can you have a sickness, a virus come up on the scene and hold a patent so people can't get the medication, can't create the medication themselves to treat themselves? Because somebody has got a patent and they don't want to turn that information loose because they want to make money on it. So people, I think they said almost 4,000 people in India are dying a day. How can the rest of the world sleep at night knowing that those people over there are dying? You know what they say? I don't know.